Today, we're going to recap yesterday's slate. We're going to find some winners for you guys tonight. And can we please cash a squad ride? This is Behind the Lines. Squeeze! Squeeze! They call that the fucking T-ball, Trent. That ball was on a fucking tee.
Yo!
All right, don't ever do that again.
What was that?
Oh, that's all Jovan. If you make it. Neuby! Yeah!
Brother, Michelob Ultra is the most grown-up adult beer you can drink.
Meow.
Okay. Okay.
Go, brother. Get out, Krabs. Get out, Krabs. Oh, no!
It's not even 1 o'clock and the Otani Judge 2-piece already paid.
We need Nick Martinez fantasy points, and we need Brian Rocchio to not do shit. We were sitting there in the chilly cold, freezing our asses off, watching Aaron Judge suck. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Wednesday, episode 914 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Pikkit Sports. If you're not using Pikkit Sports every single day and twice on Sundays, if you're not tracking your bets on Pikkit, if you're not using Pikkit every day, if you're not opening that glorious app every single day multiple times, what are you doing? If you're watching BTL, you're placing sports wagers, use Pikkit. It's that simple, okay? Download Pikkit, hurry up, go, go, go. App Store, Google Play, whatever phone you got. They've got a Pikkit app ready for you, all right? Go out there and take it. Download that puppy and start using Pikkit. W Pikkit, W Goots, W Jovan, W Chats, L Squad Ride, L Spurs. L Squad Ride, L Spurs.
L Spurs.
Turns out the series is not over.
Gotta wait for 7.
Series could not be less over. We've got some work to do, folks. God, they played like shit. Wemby played like shit. Not look good. Man, that was a brutal L. Brutal L. Apologies for the confidence. Apologies for the loser, chat. Really like that one. Liked it a little too much. So much that it was cake. Spurs got their hands full. Big game tomorrow. Cannot wait to bet it. Cannot wait.
I will be there.
Okay? Cannot wait. Let's bounce back today, Billy. Why not us? Okay? W. Jacob as well in the chat. Good to see you lurking. We got a YouTube chat up and moving as well. We got Katie Betts, Jamie Lowe. What's up, Beast? Can't wait to go to the Canadians game tonight in full hockey gear. Wow.
No.
Is that happening?
No.
Bripto as well. Z Mower as well. Lurking. Syrup Sap as well. Holding down the YouTube. Love to see you guys holding it down over there in the YouTube. Along with our goats over here on Twitch. We got John Q with a 25 stream streak. Oi. Attaboy. Appreciate you. We got Mike Coop get involved with a 125 stream streak. Wow. 125 streams in a row for Mr. Mike Coop.
Mike.
Okay. That's a lot of heart, a lot of effort, and a lot of grit. We got T Nix 420 in the YouTube as well. Get involved, my goats. WT Nix. We appreciate you, boss. Okay. Let's have a day today. Let's have a Wednesday. As soon as I saw Dort and Caruso looking like Steph, I knew it was cake. Yep. Just want everybody to know, number 12 tight end in the country, Jordan Karhoff, committed to VT. WAB. Appreciate you letting the people know.
It's just, man.
Tight end university. People are
Nobody
saying.
has ever called the Hokies.
Yeah, they have called us DBU.
Who has said that?
Back in the day, they call us
What
DBU.
day?
Back in the day, we used to have the best secondary, best corners in the ACC. Not too long ago. DBU. OKC is ruining basketball. No, they earned a hard-fought win last night. They played well. Gosh, we missed a lineup by Lou Dort.
Yep.
Lou Dort. It was always fading Mary Kay Cornett, I guess.
Yep.
I think he had a goose egg, I believe. He had a ball that should have went in, and there was some goaltending, but they didn't call it. He should have had 2 points.
That was the most absurd call I think I've seen all series.
He should have had 2 points.
Non-call.
Yep. He should have had 2, but he ended up with 0. W. Jamie Lowe pulling it down in the YouTube. How's your Dort? Yep. Dragon Slayer, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just reading the chats. Just reading the chats, brother. Okay. Gosh, that lineup was so close. Can we recap the Sharp report from yesterday? See how we did overall? Yeah, not our best day. 5-5. Spurs blew it. Tigers blew it. My goodness. They actually blew a lead.
How did they lose that game, bro?
I don't know. They were tossing some turkeys late in that one. And yeah, Tigers, they blew it. I really thought they were going to hold that one down. They got out to they were down early. They fought back. They took the leads. They had a great, I forget if it was the 4th or 5th inning, I think 5th against Kachanowicz.
Yeah.
Knocked him out, scored a bunch of runs, mucked up his fantasy score. Was feeling pretty good at that point. And then they blew it late.
Blew it.
I should have listened to intern Chase, who told me you should never bet on the Tigers. Fade them every game and get rich. Told us that in the intern meeting yesterday. So that's on me for not listening. He was right. Spurs fucked us. Athletics fucked us as well. I tailed that puppy.
A's are bad. Really bad.
That team, man, winning the World Series, man. Come on.
Not this year, but
Come on.
We got 9 more.
Come on.
We got 9 more.
All right. Pretty blown about the lineup in the NBA. Had a chance to be great, although there was a push in there as well. I think we went
Fox had exactly
2-1-1.
How's your Cowser?
On those 4 squares.
Yeah.
And how's your Cowser? Yeah.
Cowser.
Maybe the worst
it
hit
was a
of all
little
time.
infield hit.
Yeah.
Little infield. He blew the cover off the ball.
Yeah, blew the cover off the ball. It was a swinging bunt on their last out of the game, which would have been an AB that he never would have gotten had Griffin Jackson not got drilled in the back.
Yeah,
That's ball. That's baseball.
That was baseball, man.
Maybe get out of the way.
Yep. Well, I'm pretty excited about today's show, chat. We're going to get Neuby on here in, I don't know, like a half hour-ish. We're going to talk some PLL for the weekend because this might be our last BTL of the week, unfortunately. Apologies again for another crabcation. This will be the last one in a while.
We'll go tomorrow.
Okay. We'll get Neuby on today to talk some PLL in a little bit. We also have a Spaces. Ron has a Spaces later tonight that I will be joining. I appreciate the invite, Ron. Very excited for a little PLL Spaces tonight. Okay. 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. Be there or be square. Very excited for that one, Ron. W170 stream streak as well. Nice. Awesome. Well, before we get into the winners for today, there is something that I want to talk about. There's something that I want to address. Something that I want to get mad about. Goots, do me a favor, my man. If you're around, run that shit. I'm trying to get mad. Congratulations, Abner Uribe. You are the me guy of the millennium. I've never seen something like this before in my life. I blame the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, I
blame the
Somehow, some way, I blame the Bananas. I feel like their antics have maybe rubbed off on the league. Who knows? Can't confirm or deny. The funniest part about Uribe hitting that crazy maneuver against the Cardinals, there's actually like 10 funny reasons. We can go over all of them. Number one, brother, you're pitching in the 8th inning. You're not even closing the game down. What do you celebrate?
Celebrating a strikeout.
Okay. Well, all right. Let's just move on then. Let's just get into place for today. We'll go to the Sharp Report.
What?
What are we doing?
I mean, I'm not going to fucking roast the guy and then get chirped for a rest. So let's just
No, we're not. It's just,
You
I
asked
think
a
we need
question.
more of this in the game.
You think we need more of this, Goots?
I
like
think we
emotion.
I love emotion. I love guys showing emotion. Like when Seager hit that home run a couple years ago after beating my O's and he finally showed emotion. I like that. Like I love when guys are showing some emotion. Maybe that was the wrong choice of emotion, but I mean, he was hype. He also closes his game. He's a great reliever. It's not like he's some scrub just out there, giving it to him. But
Yeah. I mean, maybe you save it for a little bigger moment than a 6-0 game, but
probably
I mean,
correct.
it's division rivals. They have some beef.
Yeah.
This goes back a little bit. So maybe better choice of emote. Probably.
Yeah. Give your spiel, though, Krabs. I want to hear it. I'm not saying I disagree with you. I just want to hear it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all in for showing some emotion. We talk about James Wood showing more emotion. This is not the right way to do it. The extra crotch multiple times and look at the other team's dugout. That's disgusting and ridiculous. Right? Something out of a movie. That's something you literally see out of Eastbound and Down, Kenny Powers, baseball TV show on HBO Max. Not real. I can't believe he pulled this move. I'd say the odds are minus 1,000. Somebody on the Brewers gets a ball in the back in this game today because of this. The manager roasted him. The players, I'm sure, were roasting him. They said they handled it. They said they talked to the Cardinals. I'm sure they did. But that's baseball. You're getting a ball to the back. Somebody is on the Brewers because your pitcher was celebrating and closing out the 8th inning.
I hate that from the Brewers, by the way. Hate that. Just aggressively throwing your guy under the bus is insane. Not like forget who's hitting before him, but whoever was hitting before him for the Cardinals was talking shit to him mid-AB. Like, no wonder he's going to come back with something after he flushes you down for the entire rest of the inning. And we got Pat Murphy bitching, saying what got over him, what a fucking idiot. Just say it was bad and move on.
If Brad Lord did this against the Yankees, would I crack a smile and laugh when it happened? Hell yeah. But would I still also hate it and be like, that was the stupidest thing ever? You shouldn't have done that. That's terrible karma. The baseball gods don't like that. There's no respect. Yes. Both. Sure, it'd be funny, but you can't be banging your crotch looking at the other team's dugout. You can't. That's like one of the 4 things you can't do. Juan Soto used to grab his cup during every Soto shuffle. They told him, you can't do that anymore, buddy. You can't grab your junk after every ball you take. That's going to add up to like 500 junk grabs throughout a season. We can't be having you do that on TV. And they talked to him. He took the junk grab out of the Soto shuffle. All I'm saying is Uribe should probably take the crotch thrust out of the repertoire and maybe move on to some other celebration that involves, his team, maybe looking at them, getting hype, right? Any other celebration pretty much would go. Besides this and giving the opposing dugout the bird, pretty much the only 2 things that are off limits, in my opinion. The funniest part is the pitch was almost a ball.
Yeah, that would have been.
And they had to review it.
Negative aura.
Imagine if he hit that and then the pitch was a ball. Imagine that. And it was about an inch away from that being the case, which would have been crazy. He throws some dice sometimes. That'd be a cool Sally. All in for that. Okay? You just can't be disrespecting the opposing team like this when you're winning 6-0 in the 8th inning.
It's fair. I do like this as retaliation, though, better than what he probably should have done, which is what the Cardinals do every single time they play, which is hit the entire line. So if we're picking between one of the 2, I'll take a DX Sally.
We do have a softball game tonight, chat. Very excited for it. Unfortunately, we're not going to have our glue guy Goots out there today, which sucks. But we do have a softball game tonight. We're hoping the rain holds up. Fields are playable tonight. It's out of our control. So all we're going to do is hope and prepare and get ready mentally for this game tonight. I'm hoping we get a chance. There's also a chance we have a doubleheader tonight. If we win the first game, which we will, if we get to play tonight, we'll have a second game tonight as well. Okay? We will be streaming it tonight as well. All right? Krabs, which celebration is worse, this or the Giants outfield? I mean, this 100%. The Giants outfield
This is
celebration.
worse than the Giants outfield one?
Yes, dude. Because the Giants outfield celebration, sure, it's weird, but you're not chirping or mocking the other team. You're not looking right at them and chirping them and celebrating right in their face. No, you're doing your thing in the outfield with the boys, which is weird. Don't get me wrong. I don't like it. It's weird. But it's definitely better than whatever the heck we just saw Uribe do, which is disrespectful, not a good look for the game. And the baseball gods, I'm sure we'll get him back.
Or
we got Dave Martinez, Burner getting involved with a resub. Krabs, let's be honest. If Corbin did that in prime 2016, you'd be glazing him. I disagree. I just told you what would happen. I would laugh right off the rip, chuckle, and then I'd be like, sour taste in my mouth. That's not okay. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I'm not saying you got to walk around with no emotion, no fun. You got to find a happy medium here And this is an outlier all the way at the end of the spectrum. It should never be brought up or brought out ever again. Let's retire the selling. Let's retire it. All right. When's the softball game? Let's see.
8:50 if it happens.
I think it's at 8:50, yeah.
8:50 Central Time.
Mm-hmm.
So stream will probably start like 8:30 Central Time. Maybe a little before that.
Yep. Krabs, give me Bookit ML odds on the softball game tonight. I don't want to because I want us to win. I don't want to bet against us. Or you're just asking for what the odds would be? I'd say we're probably plus 100 against MVP tonight.
You got to be so much fatter.
We're barely 100. I don't think so, man.
You have one win.
I mean, they have two. So definitely a beatable team. Got to stay positive. Got to go in with the mindset of we're beating this team tonight. That's where it starts. You go in with some confidence. You go in with some mojo. You give yourself a shot. Yeah, I'd say that would be the odds, Katie Betts. I'd put us at plus 100. Depends on your shortstop. That would be Trent again today. I think we'll have Biev out there tonight as well. Yep. I'm not sure if we have a yap. Coots, did you hear if there's a yap today or?
We're supposed to. I'm pretty sure
okay.
we'll have one.
I think the boys are en route right now to the office from the game last night. So W's there. And I'll tip cap. Good win from the boys last night on OKC. Spurs were a shit wager. All right, let's move. Before we get into the sharp report for today, have you guys copped a Goat Whale shirt? Have you copped one yet? Have you copped a Bookit hat? Have you checked out the Bookit merch store? Have you checked out our Shopify? It's linked at the top of our website. There's some hats. There's a Goat Whale shirt. I was hearing some whispers out in the office earlier today. We got polos on the way. Okay? Be patient. We appreciate you guys waiting. We got some fresh polos on the way, and we've got some cool stuff already on the site. So if you want to cop a hat, you want to cop a Goat Whale shirt, support the squads, we appreciate it. We'll ship those puppies out ASAP. ASAP Rocky. All right? Awesome. Before we dive into the sharp report for today, I want to talk about our partners over here at Manscaped. Body Buffer, Beard Hedger, Dome Shaver, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce. It's that simple. It's that simple. Big three of your lifetime. You need some Manscaped products in your grooming department. If you haven't gotten them involved, think about making a purchase. Check out their website at least. We'll drop the link to their website in the chat. See what they got. See if anything's looking at you funny. They got plenty of products for you. They'll get you right. They'll get you groomed up, looking sharp in the big 2-6. Okay, W Manscaped. We appreciate Manscaped sponsoring the show. Okay? Awesome. Use code GERDAC for a free polo. Sure. Sure. Make sure you make your Beat the Streak picks as well, guys. Had a pretty good month overall. I think one of my buddies right now is winning, which is crazy. I'm 14-9 in the month of May. Let's finish strong. I did lose my streak last night, unfortunately. Let's see. Who's on a fat streak right now? Oh, looks like my buddy lost last night. Shit. We got Phil Utley up and moving.
No.
Phil Utley's in second right now.
No.
Well, that's just for the streaks. He's on a 7 streak right now. Let's go, Phils. Finish strong, bro.
No.
Finish strong. Yeah, we do have a big-time race here as well for the monthly. We got a couple guys with 20 wins. One of them is my buddy Jake, W. Jake. Jake, Leo, and Andrew right now are fighting it out. They've each got 20 wins. That is insane. 20 wins already in May? Bro. Leo is 20-5. 80% hit rate. My goodness. Make sure you guys make your picks today, please. Okay? Dubs. All right, let's get into the sharp report, Goots. Tempo and pace. We'll power through these puppies. Let's get it started out with an under on the diamonds. Give me the under in Arizona and San Francisco. Soroka, McDonald's. McDonald's not great. I think he pitches better today, though. Arizona's been on fire recently. They've won 4 in a row. They put up a 7 spot last night. They knocked off the Giants, who were indeed fake sharp. Well, both games in the series have soared over the total. I think today we get a nasty, nasty under. I could not believe this total was at 7.5 after we got, 2 games that went over the first 2 games of the series. So I'll back Soroka to go out there and shove. He's been pretty solid this entire season. And I think we get a decent start from McDonald for the first time in a while. For the Giants, we know this park will certainly help us with this under. Good to see the total down to 7.5 with these 2 pitchers after we saw the first 2 games of the series go over with totals of 8. Thought that was a little weird, a little telling, excuse me, a little telling for game 3 in the series. And I think we get a snoozer, an absolute clunker of a game, low scoring. We get an under in San Francisco tonight. Please, no Devers Nukes. Please.
That would be goated.
Please.
I have a similar play. Might as well keep you and go straight to the bottom. I kept it through the first 4 or first 5 under 4, partially because of the D-backs bullpen that has always been catch it, still been catch it, and they had their kind of A loadout go last night for whatever reason. But wanted to keep it just the starting pitchers. You touched on it. You see the McDonald squares after an absolute moosing masterclass. And I actually think Soroka pitches pretty well. What is Soroka's biggest problem? Pretty much what it's always been, but especially the last couple of years. It's a home run ball. Where is he pitching today? In San Francisco in the daytime too, which is a huge home run suppressor. So if he does give up a Devers nuke or something like that, it's probably only going to be the one. So I think this is ideal environment, ideal spot, and I think semi-ideal matchup for him too. So I think these starting pitchers, especially in the early getaway game after just a late night, really weird, odd game, I think we get a snoozer at least to start. I didn't feel like getting involved with the back end of the game just in case, but would be lying if I said I didn't agree with your play too.
Dubs. Use code GOOTS for a used body buffer. Okay, KD Bets. Give me a break. Swing it around, Goots. I got another play on the diamond today. Give me the Sox on the ML. Give me Connerly early. Give me the Sox, who have been struggling this season, but luckily they get to face Mr. Bryce Elder today on a 4-game losing streak, I believe. Sox are struggling. Braves are coming off a series loss to the Nats. Pretty funny.
Just
can't make it up, but Red Sox struggling right now. I thought it was some serious respect seeing Mr. Early up to minus 120 in this game after Atlanta opened up a favorite, as they probably should. They're one of the best teams in baseball. The Red Sox stink. Now Boston's a favorite with the young lefty on the bump against Elder, who has a sub-2 ERA this season. Nobody's talking about it. Dude's been absolute nails. But if you look at his squares for today, it looks like he's going to get absolutely obliterated. So Bryce Elder blow-up start today. Give me the Red Sox at home on the money line. They break their little mini losing streak here and get off the schneid with a big-time W at Fenway tonight.
Sure. That game is terrorism. Perfect Krabs play game.
What else you got, Jovan?
Give you another under. Don't know what kind of baseballs they put in Texas last night, but they're pretty clearly the juiced ones, not just because we saw 17 runs and 8 of them in the first inning by the Rangers, but I don't know if you saw how far some of those home runs went. They were nukes. Jordan's was like 450, and it's not out of the realm for, or at least his first one was. Not out of the realm for him to hit the ball hard, but Jeremy Pena and Cam Smith also hit balls that were 450, and you could tell there's a little jump off the ball. But both the first 2 games went over in this series, obviously for very different reasons. The Rangers splooged yesterday, and then it was back and forth for the rest of the game. In terms of runs go, the first game only went over because the Astros scored all the runs and the Rangers got no hit. Today, you get DeGrom, who badly needs a bounce-back start after the whole world took him against the Angels, and he gave up home runs to made-up players that you've never even heard of. Probably going to get a single nuke from him, but other than that, I think he's going to pitch pretty well against this lineup again. Not much power from that lineup, despite what you saw yesterday outside of Jordan. So I'm not too scared of more than one shot off of DeGrom. And where do you go? We talked about this. I know Leiter ended up giving up a couple of runs, mostly from Jordan in that start, but where do you go as a whole as a pitcher when you badly need a bounce-back start, especially if you're a guy on the road who doesn't typically pitch there? You go to Texas, because this is exactly where all the bounce-back starts happen. Mike Burrows, who also is just nails against righties. You're going to see a couple of them in the Rangers lineup tonight, like Berg, and I guess pretty much everybody but Nimmo and Jock, who's really a threat. So I think he's going to mow through a majority of that lineup too, which is why he has that 2.5 earned run square up. Bullpens are also pretty fully rested. I don't know how yesterday Jason Alexander got through 6 innings. I saw pitching out faders were an absolute urine because he gave up 9 runs and still managed to get through 6. But they saved a good bit of their bullpen, as bad as it is. So on both sides, I think this is going to be a pretty tight game down to the end. Taking the under. There's 3 overs in the series. Don't know what to think.
Love the play. Love the play. Gav's got a PAD. Sonia Citrone PRA. Lock it in. Yeah, she's kind of her, Gav. Not gonna lie. She's kind of good. Speaking of Sonia, I got to play tonight in the W.
Just
Involves that game. The Sticks.
Just.
The Sticks were -2.5 yesterday. They're now -3.5. The Sticks just played this same opponent only a couple days ago, same venue. They stayed out in Seattle. Maybe they do this in the W. They played 2 straight games out there in the same venue. I don't know. Maybe they do. Sticks lost in that last game. Obviously, they're coming off of back-to-back L's. They lost 85-97 against Seattle 3 days ago. Now they get a chance to get their lick back. And the Sticks were favorites in that game on the road, which I thought was some serious respect. I do like this Sticks team. I think they're young. They had a great draft. They got a lot of really cool new pieces that people aren't really hip to. Shout out Georgia Amore, the Hokie, and Sonia, obviously, who's an absolute GOAT. But I think the Sticks, who were -4.5 and lost that game a couple days ago, same venue. Now they're -3.5. Looks like a pretty easy button to click for Seattle now. They just beat them outright. You're still getting around the same spread you had last game, damn near identical, just 1 point off. I think the Sticks get their lick back. I think they split this little road series here in Seattle, and they get their revenge for getting beaten down by 12 in that last game a couple days ago. So give me Georgia Amore, give me the Sticks on the spreads. Too juicy on the ML to take. We'll take them on the -3.5. They win this game big on the road, and they get their lick back against Seattle.
Sticks.
How
about this?
Yep. Sticks.
Circled on calendar.
Yep.
From Krabs.
Yeah, don't sleep on Lauren Betts either.
Yeah. Literally Shaq.
Yep.
Yeah, double Shaq. Double bigs.
Yep. All right, Jovan. You got one more straight bet here for the peeps. Let's hear it, my man.
I do. Back to runs in Baltimore. Yesterday's game was super odd because you got Griffin Jacks getting hurt early in the game, so they had to piece together whatever in terms of the pitchers. Didn't actually do too bad. It honestly kind of helped them for a majority of it, helped them stay in the game for a lot of it after. But the bats didn't really show up. Today, you're obviously trying to avoid a sweep, but you get Trey Gibson on the mound, shout out Goots, who I didn't know what their pitching plan was going to be looking at yesterday, but now it seems that Trey Gibson's going to start in place of Bassett. They got a hole in the rotation, but what is Trey Gibson's problem? He's put up good numbers, decent numbers so far in the minors, but nothing really in his short stints in the majors, 2 appearances, 2 starts. His problem all throughout his career in the minors and in his couple stints in the majors is meatballs. His command is shaky in terms of leaving a lot over the heart of the plate. What does that mean when you have the Rays lineup, top of it especially, that punishes a lot of that, and even the bottom, guys like Victor Mesa and other guys down there that hit the ball hard that are not named Taylor Walls. They've been getting hurt on this road stand a little bit by just soft contact, pitchers nibbling well at the corners, and they've been a little over aggressive. But when you have a pitcher who's going to give a lot over the heart of the plate, this is where they're going to score runs. And I don't think the Orioles are going to have too much trouble doing it against Steven Matz either. He's been good so far this year, but again, like, he's been a little more inefficient as of late, which the situation the Rays bullpen is in, literally having to sign Craig Kimbrell yesterday and have him pitch, even though he looked good, the same exact day. If he's more inefficient, just like he was the last couple starts, and you have to get more innings out of that bullpen, it's about to be absolute nuck. So, I mean, they did a pretty decent job piecing it together. You had to use Garrett Clevenger, I think, in the 4th inning, which is not a situation they want to be in, using him for 2 really at any point so far this year. But today is going to be a madness game. This game might have 10 runs by the fifth.
Chad, I'll be honest. I don't really have a play in this Nats game, this early game.
Oh, they're about to get shut out.
I don't like anything in these 3 early games, to be honest. I think Milwaukee wins, but they're up to minus 190. So minus 180. Nats ML. I mean, you could ride the wave, but I wouldn't even recommend it.
James Wood, 2 strikeouts. 2 strikeouts is freest wager of the year.
You should take it.
Should.
Lock it in.
It's a square.
Take it. Take that.
Let's see.
Let's get to the squares, Gootsy. Speaking of them. Bryce Elder, less than 27.5 fantasy score. I think he gets absolutely eviscerated today. I like the over in Boston. I like Boston. I hate Bryce Elder. Bryce Elder's been overperforming probably the most out of any starting pitcher in baseball up to this point. Tonight is the night we get our lick back. We fade them. We get our coins. Take the Red Sox on the ML and take Bryce Elder less than 27.5 fantasy score. I told you guys I'm not taking those run squares right now. They're just not hitting. And of course, as soon as I do that, I've been monitoring them. They've been free as shit. W's. But still not taking it. Still trusting my gut. He does have a weird run square up though, I will say, which is a great sign. Very, very red. The guy's been nails. He has a sub-2 ERA and nobody cares. Bryce Elder. But we know it's not sustainable. We know he's overperforming out the wazoo. The perfect spot to fade him on the road in a very hitter-friendly ballpark up there in Fenway. Take the Sox and fade Mr. Bryce Elder. And then Brazoban. Brazoban is opening for the Mets today. Probably only going to go an inning. Thought this was a weird square to put up. Number one, he gave up a hit the last time he pitched when he opened. Number two, the Reds yesterday had multiple runs in the first inning. They had 2 runs in the first inning yesterday and 3 hits in the first inning yesterday. Okay. And they're giving you a little Brazoban half a hit allowed square after the Reds mucked Clam last night. I think that's a pretty trappy square, if I could say so myself. And I'm a big fan of this Brazoban, less than half a hits allowed. I think he goes out there and his nails for the first inning. Don't have to worry about it. This will be the quickest square you ever have to sweat. Brazoban, the opener, his less than hits allowed. I think he gives the Mets a chance early on, gets them out to a good start.
Sure.
What squares you got?
You got a pitcher that's going to throw a ball down the plate to the Rays lineup. I will take Junior every single time. So he's going to send a ball. I guess I can't even say to Utah Street because that's the other way, even though he has that oppo power. But he's about to send a ball back to Goots' apartment. And he's going to be in the center of everything for the Rays. So it's really that simple. And then Murakami is walking today, back-to-back games with a nuke in a pretty big spot. Yesterday was electric at the end of the game against Joe Ryan. But they're facing a lefty today. So, like, sure, he can get it against Prelip. But when they trot out this lineup where it's really him in the center of 2, like, lefty hitters, depending on the game, because sometimes it's Vargas above him, sometimes it's him below him, and then some other, like, Randall Grichuk or somebody on the other side of that. They're going to bring in a righty, like, at some point in this game. If you're facing a guy, especially if Vargas is involved, who is hitting 190 against lefties and then 330, or 190 against righties and 330 against lefties, why would you not choose to pitch to him with a righty instead of Murakami? So outside of the fact that he's the best hitter in that lineup by a wide margin, and he's pretty patient even when he does face left-handed pitching, despite the strikeout rate, he's going to get walked today. You're not going to need to pitch to him, especially when you get to the back half of that game. Whatever happens in the front half, I really don't know, even though I do think he can find some success hitting the ball against Prelip. But this bullpen should have zero reason to pitch to him in this game, especially considering the guys he is in front of and behind. So he's walking, and that's why the square's up.
Okay. If you guys want to tail the Sharp Report format, here's the link. Back-to-back days, we went 3 for 4. Let's see if we can turn it around today. Thoughts on starting pitcher Suganu, fantasy 14.5 versus the Doyers. I'm not touching it.
Yeah, I want to take the Rockies. Call it. Take them on the ML, root for crazy shit.
If you guys want to tail that lineup, the link is in the chat. Dubs. Awesome. Anybody in the chat make their beat the streak pick yet today? I'd love to know what you guys are riding. Very curious. You get the lineup pinned as well. Yep. W's there. Gosh, we were 2 squares away from hitting 2 lineups yesterday. Brutal. LMNG, W stream streak. Appreciate you, boss. Appreciate you, boss. Movie, good luck, bro. James Wood is seeing meatballs right now. W Nightbot dropping the beat the streak link. Yes. W's. All right, let's look at we'll check the splits in these early baseball games real quick. These two that are about to start up right this second. And then we're gonna get Neuby on here to talk some lax. Okay, in about 5 minutes. Very excited for that. We'll check the splits here real quick in this Nats game. We got Poulin opening. Dude was literally a construction worker last year. Now he's opening games in Major League Baseball on a winning ball club. Guardians right now, struggling a hair. They've lost 3 of their last 4, but luckily for them, they've got their guy Gavin Williams on the bump. We'll see what he can do. Nats are just hitting the absolute. They're tearing the cover off the ball right now. Colton Cowser style. They are. See if it continues. I wouldn't want to fade this team. We know how it works in baseball. Like the board review guys say, hot dudes. You don't fade them. You back them. Just like the teams. Nats are hot. I wouldn't want to fade them right now, but not want to have my coins on the other sides. They just beat the Braves, the best team in baseball, on a road trip. And now they just beat the Guardians. 2 first-place teams on the road. Insane. Good for them. And looks like the public is onto them a little bit here. They're public. People are betting on the Nats. Wow. Okay. I mean, not that surprised. I am starting to hear some whispers about this team. Maybe people are getting hip. How profitable they've been at plus money.
People are starting to tap in.
It might be. It might be. Pulse check on the Nats. Had them up 2 and win promo, and they're looking for the sweep. I mean, again, team comeback. I'm not going to recommend it. I'm not going to fade it. I'm not going to take the Guardians. So I have no recs for this Nats game. I don't want to lead anybody in the wrong direction. Okay? And then Yuri Perez. Goots, is your guy getting up and moving today? Is he shoving?
It's a sneak Goots bowl. I can already tell you from this first AB that Gosman does not have it. 10-pitch AB, leadoff, Xavier Edwards.
Wow.
Can already tell you. Oh, then immediate in play, no out. The Marlins are going to win that game. And we're off 2 strikes on James Wood. Watching a curveball down the middle.
Nice.
That could have been sent to the shed.
Strikeout?
No, that was the second strike.
Oh, okay. Well, excited to talk some PLL here in a second, folks. Okay. I don't know what to make about this hockey game tonight, I'll be honest. Lean the Canadians. Probably lean the under again. I don't even know if I'm going to bet it. Not confident enough. Don't want to force it. Jovan, any plays, any thoughts on the ice?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems to be like the popular contrarian angle to take the Canes again today, which, I mean, I just have no interest in doing a -150. It's just, I feel like people still don't exactly realize, like, I do still kind of lean the Canes, but you got to throw out how it looks in the game, because despite the Canes winning the game and like dominating, which they do every single time, there's no team that wants to play exactly like that and get dominated and put no shots on the net than the Habs. So like how they look throughout the game, I don't know how we haven't realized this by now, from the Bolt series to the Sabre series to now this one. It doesn't fucking matter. So like, yeah, I think the Canes probably win both in Montreal, but I would not pay to find out.
Okay. Hi. Nick the Greek, I got no early plays, bro. Any Champions League plays?
No. Talking about for this weekend? Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, I have no idea when they play.
Yeah, the Champions League final. I didn't know if you were misspeaking on there's like the Conference League final today and a dog shit game. I hate Rio and I hate La Liga, so no, nothing there, but definitely need something for the final on Saturday.
Okay. All right. Arsenal versus PSG on Saturday. What a year for Arsenal, huh?
Yeah, it's game of year.
What a year.
Match of year.
Okay. All right, let's talk some PLL, huh, folks? Let's get Neuby. Let's get the goat up and moving. He gave us some great nuggets the last time he came on BTL. Can we clap it up for our guy Neuby? Appreciate you joining us today, my man.
Thank you, dude. Anytime I get to come on BTL with the boys who are in studio. You guys are looking good. Rare
Yes,
occasion that I get you guys both in studio here. So you didn't have to roll out the red carpet just for me, man. But I do appreciate it. Thank you, boys.
Of course we did. Let me ask you this, Neuby. You are one of the few people that might be more dialed into this league than I am. Has there ever been a 3-game day? Like they split it up this weekend where we got 1 game Friday, 3 Saturdays, or is this a first? Is this history?
No, this is definitely since the COVID season, like when we had the 2020 bubble, that's when shit was all cattywampus. But this is the first time. And it's because since they have the WLL now, they have the option to, hey, let's do a guy and a girls game. You know what I mean? So that's what they're doing on Friday. Friday's going to be electric. We got Joey Spallina, who's going to be playing. In addition to, we're going to get to see the Palms, who had a terrific championship series. So, yeah, no, you're spot on, man. That first time we're ever having a three-peat, and one of which you're going to have on at the local watering holes because it's ABC, 1 p.m.
Yep.
So Saturday, we got a great weekend of lacrosse, and it's all going down in Baltimore. Are you making the trek for this one, man?
Not making the trip, unfortunately, but
I'm trying to decide as well, man. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna make the drive, if I'm not, because Philly, I got let's call it an hour 45, probably no traffic.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to decide if I'm making the trip or not. The fact that you're inactive starts leaning me towards being on the IR for this weekend.
Yeah,
but we'll
I would be there if I didn't have prior engagements. I got a vacation plans. I'll certainly be watching the games. Don't get me wrong.
You've earned this,
and I'll be betting on the games. But I do have a trip.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Heading out west, actually, to San Diego. So
hell yeah,
should be
buddy.
Fun. Should be fun.
Hell
I'll be tapped in. We're gonna have one heck of a Saturday. I mean, 3 elite games, especially the one that's on national TV. That Atlas versus Outlaws game. We'll talk about it in a second. Let's make the people wait for the good stuff. Let's talk about the first game on Friday here, real quick, Neuby. I want your thoughts on Cannons Whip Snakes Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Whips are starting to look like a team you don't want to step in front of. And I say that while also Cannons, they had their first games. This was 2 weeks ago at this point, right? Everybody had a bye week last week as they had Memorial Day off, as we could get dialed in for what was a terrific weekend of college lacrosse. But before that, dude, Boston looked kind of just defensively to start the weekend, and then they went absolute belt to ass on my Water Dogs, man. 19-5. I can't remember a blowout quite like that in the PLL where it was just utter domination from the opening jump there. So this is kind of I don't know enough about both of these teams. However, I'm trying to find ways to back the Whips this weekend, because not only are they going to be getting to play at a new field. Typically, these Baltimore weekends took place at Homewood over at Johns Hopkins. This time it's going to be going at Loyola. Nice, bigger, more updated complex. So I think it's going to be a great time out there for fans. But not only do the Whips have a new spot that they're going to that's a little bit more state-of-the-art, they also have a lot of history that can be made this weekend. So Rob Pennell, who's a legendary attackman, former Cornell standout, this guy is just an absolute stud, and he could pass John Grant Jr. for most points in professional lacrosse history and move into that second spot behind Rabel this weekend. He only needs 4 points to do it. So Pennell's a guy who I'm eyeing for squares. The other thing with this Whips team, if they get 2 wins this weekend, if they sweep it this weekend, Stagnita, their coach, becomes the winningest head coach in pro lacrosse history. So not only do they have a fun weekend on tap, they also have a lot of history on their side. So I'm looking for ways to take the Whips. But unfortunately, buddy, I was hoping that we were going to see the books fall in love with that final game for the Cannons and be like, holy shit, they have to be favored. The fact that Maryland's favored here is what's kind of keeping me off them. I would have loved to be getting that 1.5 goals with Maryland in this one.
That's some respect for the Whips. Maybe the books are thinking what you're thinking. This Maryland team, no slouch early on this season, right?
What Well, they look absolutely, and they're adding on to an already offense that looks completely dialed. They're adding in Spallina, who is definitely going to be looking to score since he got the clamps put on him with Sean Light against Notre Dame there. So Spallina is probably going to come in with a head of steam. You have history on their side. So the minus, what is it, 115 on the money line for the Whips isn't awful. I just think there's better bets on the board. So for me, why don't I wait until props come out? Why don't I wait until our boys over at Prize Pick start putting up some squares and just go with some history to be made for Pinnell? Pinnell squares over is going to be how I'm attacking this game.
Yep. Fingers crossed they put some up for him. Definitely want to back the GOAT to make history. Some very cool nuggets there from Neuby in the first game. Let's talk about the game of the weekends. Maybe the game of the year. Some might call it here. The Atlas versus the Outlaws. Two heavyweights. And again, not record-wise because everybody's 1-1 so far in the PLL, which is crazy. But two teams we know are heavyweights. Two teams that we know are stacked on primetime TV to get the party started on Saturday. Number one, how excited are you for this matchup? And number two, what's the play?
Yeah, I'm amped for this one, man. I mean, rematch of last year's championship game. In this weekend, too, Krabs, I think something that we really have to pay attention to is because the NLL season is done and college lacrosse is done. So the first 2 weeks, these rosters were really incomplete with some of these teams that were missing guys like, for the Atlas, missing Trevor Baptiste, the best face-off guy to ever put on a uniform. So he's going to be back. They're going to get another short stick D Mitty back. For Denver, on that side of the ledger, they're going to be getting a great short stick D Mitty and Ryan Terefenko back. So if you're looking at what happened the first 2 weeks and trying to make handicaps on these games, I think you're doing yourself a disservice because a lot of these teams, especially when I tell you what my best bet is this weekend, a lot of these teams are going to look notably different. And I think for some of these teams, it jumps them up completely. Now with the Atlas, they're coming off a loss. Denver's coming off of a win here. So you'd like to think, hey, bounce back mode for Atlas. However, I just don't know how much really a face-off guy matters in the PLL anymore. You know what I mean? Because they kind of nuked it for those more casual fans. When you win a face-off, you now have a much shorter shot clock. So offenses don't really get to get their best guys on. The other thing that I'm looking at with the Atlas is we heard Baptiste is going to be there. We heard, you're going to get some short stick D Mitty back. But I'm on Jeff Teat watch. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen that he's gotten announced that he's going to be a part of the 25-man roster. So if I get Jeff Teat in this game, you're getting a really nice price on Atlas at minus 128. If Jeff Teat is not playing in this game, Denver on the money line, no brainer for me, because the Atlas, while they've looked decent, they're incomplete without the GOAT, which is Jeff Teat. So I hate to be that guy making a case for both sides. Do you have a vibe heading closer to weekend on this one? Because for me, I kind of just want to pull like our man Mikey Overs and just say, screw this, give me the over, and just root for goals. That's kind of how I want to attack this game because it's national TV. But as far as like feeling like something I'm going to pull the rubber band off on, make it more like a 5% play for me, I don't see anything jumping off the board in these first two games personally.
Yeah, I like the Atlas, but you said it perfectly. I mean, if Teat's not giving it a go, if he's not active, that changes everything. Was banking on him making his return. I guess we'll find out in the next couple of days, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I'll tweet out at Neuby Talks if I hear anything, if I see anything. I'm just dialed into these different teams, different reporters, things like that. But I haven't even heard a whisper of Teat. But I have to give people play. We've talked 2 games. I will make it on the over. 23.5. This is the lowest total in the last 4 times these teams have met. Before we've seen 26.5 posted totals, 25.5 and 24.5. The fact that we're seeing 23.5, I think they're sipping the juice of the fact that unders have gone 5-3. But Krabs, 5-3 doesn't mean anything. That's not a sample size. That's not something that we're saying, oh my God, the unders are absolute money. It's 2 above 500. So I think there's going to be goals and tinfoil hat shit, man. National TV game. This is the rematch of the championship game.
Yeah.
This is good for the sport. Is goals, goals, over 23.5. It's something I'll put my own money on.
For sure. I could definitely see some goals. With the last 2 games, closing out our Saturday here, Neuby, we appreciate you joining us. And again, can you plug your Twitter/X handle so that people can follow you for these updates if they missed it the first time?
Yeah, any social, it's just Neuby Talks at
W's.
NEUBYTALKS. That's where you can find it. I'm always interacting with these guys, so I'm sure you see me there in the mentions. But yeah, at Neuby Talks is the best way you can get at me.
Oh yeah. Real quick, Neuby, with the last couple minutes here, last 5 minutes, what are you eyeing in Utah, Maryland, Maryland's second game? I mean, I know it's tough with the doubleheader. You don't know what happens in game one. Are you in the same mindset with me where you're kind of like, we'll see what happens with game one first before we make our wagers for, game two on Saturday?
1,000%, because you don't want to miss out if somebody gets injured. However, here's what I'll say is if the Whips look as good as I think they could look against Boston, this number is going to get more steep than minus 122. So while I typically am like, wait for the second weekend, this is a different situation because the Utah Archers haven't played a game since May 9th, right?
Yeah.
They had their weekend where they were playing, 2 games. And since that point, they haven't played. So you're going to have a Whips team who I think is going to look better, who is going to get that rust shook off of their bye week. And they'll be playing a team that hasn't suited up and played together since May 9th. This is one of my favorite plays of the weekend. Now, I'm probably going to bet it like 1%, 1 unit, something like that. Wait until the game is done. Make sure I don't get any big-time injuries, no goaltending injury. And then I'm going to make it like a 3%, 4% play.
Okay.
I love the Whip Snakes in game 2, especially if they don't get it done. Rest versus rust, baby. Whips and Spallina, they definitely are getting it done in game 2. So that's one that I love. Also, this total seems absurd. The fact that it's
absurdly low. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know that
Dobson's,
Utah can't. Yeah.
They're unbelievable, but it's just too much. It's too low.
Lowest total since these teams played in 2020. So lowest total we've seen since COVID was in the air, man. And that game, there was 28 goals scored. 21.5 is absurd, man.
Yeah, it is absurd. And I'm with you. I think you fade the rust. You fade Utah, who I'm not loving that roster construction. I'm impressed by their last win, but they've had some time off, right? That's not usually typically a good thing for lacrosse. I'm kind of hoping the Whip Snakes lose game 1 against the Cannons so we can nuke the Whip Snakes in game 2 because they're not going 0-2
Agreed.
On homecoming weekends, right?
Agreed. Fully agreed. And this is also probably after the first game goes, they're going to put up first quarter, first half. Give me Whips in the first quarter. Give me Whips in the first half. Absolutely. I would even lay probably a half a goal in the first half. I think Whips are going to be up big in this one. Take advantage of that kind of sleepwalking into the game for the Archers.
I like that first half angle. Maybe the Archers creep back into it late, but Whip Snakes should come out hungry, angry, especially if they lose that first game. All right. Quick thoughts on Chaos versus the Water Dogs. Pretty high total for a Chaos game, but this is not your mom and pa's Chaos team, right? They're putting the ball a little more offensive minded than typical Chaos teams in years past. What are your thoughts on the last game of the weekend?
This is the best bet, boys. This is one that I will always tell people bet responsibly. I bet this one a bit irresponsibly. I'm not going to lie. Hand up. I'll own that. We're going with Chaos on the money line. This is too short for the sleeper team of the year. I'm also going to give you a bonus on bet the Chaos to win the championship at plus 550. It's not going to get any better than that. And this isn't because I think they're going to absolutely, but this is one we'll be able to hedge out on because they will be around towards the end of the season. 550, bet the Chaos to win the championship. This is an offense that has already looked amazing. And if you watched that Notre Dame and Princeton game on Monday, you know the name Chad Palumbo. The dude's coming off a 4-point epic performance. He's going to make his debut this weekend. You're adding Owen Hiltz to an already loaded unit that has the comeback player of the year and Brendan Nickturn on it. This team, out of all of the teams who are adding pieces, I mentioned it at the top, no one will add more in immediate return on investment than this Carolina team. So numbers are going to get shorter for the championship. I think what you saw with the Water Dogs, okay, you're bringing CJ Kirst back. CJ Kirst ain't stopping 19 goals that you gave up against the Cannons. You know what I mean? He's not in cage. And that Cannons team is a team you only were able to score 5 points against to start the weekend. This Carolina team had 14 against them. I love the Chaos this weekend. This, mega goat, whale, whatever you want to call it, man. If you were making one of those sick graphics that you've made, this is what I would be making.
This is the one.
Squirpy in that bitch up, baby. Chaos money line. Irresponsibly bet. Irresponsibly.
Love it. Responsibly bet it.
Yes.
Chaos. I mean, I'm so in. A name that's not getting talked about enough because we're forgetting because he hasn't been here the first couple weeks. Owen Hiltz, what he did last year in this league. Unbelievable young player for this Chaos team. You had him and the other guys you mentioned. I mean, this team is already looking decent, and they're getting the biggest haul after week 2 out of any team in the league. So a great buy low spot if you even could buy low on this team, not only to win this weekend and close this out. Love them on the ML against Philly. I'm in. But also a little sprinkle on a future for them to win a championship. So
little plus 550, because after they go belt to ass on Philly, that number is going to be like 350, and it's going to stay there for the rest of the season. The kicker for me on this game specifically, man, was when I saw that Philly lifetime against Chaos is 7-1. This ain't the same Chaos team that you beat up on for 4 years, right? This is a completely different kind of roster, different head coach. They got 2 of the top 5 goalies on their own roster. This ain't your Papa's Carolina Chaos team. Money line, grab that 550. We ride.
W play, as always, Neuby, a pleasure. I appreciate you taking some time with us today. We will certainly have you on here again soon. And most importantly, great luck this weekend. Let's hit all of our freaking bets. Let's stay dialed in.
Need it.
And to you, responsibly, we ride.
Sure.
Boys. Let's go.
W Neuby, always a pleasure. Good luck this weekend. We'll catch you, boss. Peace. W Neuby, dude has so much energy. Dude knows everything about the league. If you guys can't enjoy listening to him talk about it, I don't know what to tell you. PLL plays so far this year. If you're interested in just winners, putting coins in your pockets, if you don't care about the hoopla, you don't care about the talk, the sell jobs, the narratives, although they're great, you just want winners, you just want coins, I'm 7-2 this year on the PLL. We've been dominating this sport for years. That is not going to change. We have an edge. Listen up. Start betting it on the weekends. You got a game on national TV this weekend. Watch it. Bet it on ABC on Saturday at noon Central. Get involved. Okay? 7-2 through 2 weeks. Join us. We got plenty of room aboard the wagon and plenty of season left. Okay? Appreciate you guys sticking around. Cannot wait for the PLL Spaces later today as well with Ron. Very excited for that, Ron. Appreciate the invite again, my man. And if you guys want to give Neuby a follow on X, you got his little handle pinned up there at the top of the Twitch. Okay? Dubs. 7-2, folks. Let's stay hot. All right. Should we check some splits for the rest of the slate? Let's do it. We got a couple minutes before the app starts up. Let's check some splits on some of the baseball games across the globe. Any thoughts on St. Louis and Milwaukee? That game starts up here in about 8 minutes, Jovan.
Can't say I have too much. Gun to my head. I mean, it feels like one of these pitchers. I don't know how long Patrick is going to go, but between him and Dustin May, it feels like a disaster for at least one of them. So, I mean, gun to my head in GTA, I would take some runs in this game, especially if there's going to be fireworks after yesterday, maybe a couple free base runners. But yeah, not running to it exactly.
Can someone in the YouTube chat let Magic Mushrooms know that I just said that I'm 7-2 on the PLL this year, and they're all tracked and they're all tweeted, and he could go through the feed and count them up himself. Thank you. W vibes Raekwon as well. If you ain't messing with the PLL, you don't know ball, I'll say it. Raekwon's been making some coins. Bet on the PLL.
Coin has definitely come home.
The coin comes home. And they got plays on your offshore as well. They have the cross up. Check out the bottom under other sports. Okay? Dubs. Yeah, I'm not playing anything in this game. Okay? What about the next slew of games here? You got Seattle and Sacramento. Logan Gilbert has got that ERA down to a 4 against Mr. Spring. Similar ERA here as well. Pretty decent matchup here. After we bet the A's yesterday, are they coming through with a win today?
Probably, but I don't really want to bet them without a reason. I mean, Logan Gilbert on paper, at least. I know he struggled. He went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, 6 hits, super high pitch count. First time he faced them this year in Seattle. But overall, like, he still on paper sets up pretty well against this lineup, especially if the strikeout stuff is there. You just kind of know in your heart that the A's are probably going to figure out how to win this game after 2 just absolutely pathetic showings of offense the last 2 games with 1 combined run, or I guess Soderstrom had meaningless nuke in the 9th, so 2 in the last 2 games. Just, I can't be rooting for him.
We'll be rooting for him. That's for sure. All right. Awesome. What about, I'm trying to pull up this next game here. Already made my thoughts pretty clear on Arizona and San Fran. So did you.
Yep.
What about Sanchez Bueller? I was looking at the Padres, and then I came to the consensus of I don't really want to watch or root for Walker Bueller. Terrible.
Yeah.
Revenge game, though.
It is. I was looking at this game, and, like, I really have no idea how the Phillies don't hit Walker Bueller. I'm unsure of it. And that's a shit organization, shit lineup, and they've had their fair share of stinkers, just like the team they're facing. But I really could not come up with a way that they don't hit up Walker Bueller. Line is moving towards the Padres, though, which I'm sure caught your attention, which probably means there might be some runs. Yesterday's game
some runs.
Squeaked under somehow, some way, just at 7 after the Phillies were up 4-0 before you could even blink. Today they might finish off the back half of that game.
They just might.
Especially if, I don't know what the Padres will do if Bueller doesn't go very long in this game, if they'll bring out kind of the weaker arms in their bullpen. I assume they will. If his start is pretty short, you get some Phil splooge. So out on the Nets, bro. So out.
I'm not even watching. What are they doing?
Jacob Young, double play with the guy on third. Then yeah.
Is it 0-0?
Yep.
Cool.
Horrible.
If anybody wants a quick PLL recap on all my plays this year so far, 7-2, all tracked. It started out with the Redwoods minus 1.5 at plus 100. That's a winner. Redwoods Archers under 23.5. That's a winner. Chaos ML, loser, 2-1. Water Dogs ML, winner, 3-1. Outlaws Archers over 22.5. That was a loser. So now we're at what, 3-2? And then we've ripped off 4 straight wins. The Coulter Mackesy audit tail from Mr. Ron Mux, W. Ron. That was free. Whip Snakes plus 1.5 on the spread. That was free. Outlaws ML at plus 120. That was free. And then the Water Dogs Cannons over 23.5, also free. 4 winners in a row. Money's green. Get involved. Before you start hating from the sidelines, maybe ask yourself, do I want to make some money this weekend? Because 7-2 is pretty good. Okay? Maybe let your guard down. Maybe just be a human. Be okay with it. We're spoon feeding you winners. Check them out this weekend. Lock in some plays. You got a game on national TV. You got a game on ABC this weekend on Saturday. You have a chance to watch it. Literally 7-2, all tracked. Went through all the plays right there. Okay? Dubs. Ron, appreciate the support, boss. Brian C as well, coming in with the stream streak.
Sure.
W Fells. Okay? Mr. Bigfoot, thanks for the sub, bro. I don't know why you're crashing out, but thanks for the sub. All right. Any other baseball games you guys want to look at?
Surprised you had the strength to not take the Royals today.
Bad team, not
I
doing it.
applaud that. You're probably gonna lose again.
I'm a Garrett Cole guy as well.
Yeah, I guess that's your sneaky Yankee.
And he had a shutout in his first start back, like he never left.
Against the Rays, he was dealing.
I mean, again, I know he's a Yankee, so he's probably a scumbag, but Hall of Fame. You're witnessing history. 0 doubts. Not a hot take at all. 0 doubts. Hall of Famer. You know how hard it is to come back from an injury like that and be nails in your first outing? It's probably the hardest thing you could possibly do in the sport.
Pretty tough.
It's probably more impressive than hitting a home run in your first game back from an injury, to be honest. Because you
Yeah.
got to do it over and over. You got to do it 100 times, 100 pitches.
Especially, I mean, against, at the time, the best
Team
team
in
in the
baseball.
MLB, who's also seen him 5,000 times.
Yep.
Even though different players, obviously, but it was impressive.
We forget about Garrett Cole because he gets hurt all the time because he's on a dog shit franchise. This dude just shoves. Yeah, Madul, thoughts on the new rule changes, bro?
Yeah, it's about to start season. We got preseason starting tomorrow or Friday for like a week or two, and then into the season.
Yep.
Fun summer ball.
I'm excited to watch it. I am. I saw somebody in the CFL got a whopping milli contract.
Yeah, Kenny Lawler. He's like Justin Jefferson.
Wow. Okay.
For the CFL, pretty much.
A milli.
Probably better.
A milli over 3 years.
Oh.
Good for him. Great deal. Pretty cool. We'd love to come drop a nug on preseason thoughts for CFL before the season starts up. Madul, when does the season start up?
2 weeks.
Wow.
Oh.
Cool.
I got 2 weeks of preseason.
Cool. All right. Rockies are plus 330. That is insane. I know. That's insane.
Yeah. Just take Rockies ML and call it a night.
I wouldn't talk you off it. It's still a baseball game. Right?
It happens like three or four times every year at the Dodgers.
You're getting plus 300 odds.
Talk about how crazy the price is after they win by $1 billion, then they lose outright, especially with their best pitcher on the mound, which in this case is Shohei.
Dude's thoughts on Rockies ML? You in? Irresponsibly
betted.
Yep, there we go. Appreciate y'all and all the nuggets going over the slate. Thank you, Nick the Greek. W vibes. Mr. Bigfoot's reasoning for his crash out in the chat was that he's just trying to get the people a winner. Again, 7-2 on PLL, what we just talked about. I don't know what else I could do. I guess I could have gone 8-1, 9-0. That's on me. Apologies there, guys. Okay? We doing a bachelor party in Calgary, and part of it is CFL game. Y'all boys should come. Madul, that sounds like an absolute movie. Sounds like cinemas. My travel schedule could not be any crazier at this point. It'd be tough to make it, Madul. But I hope you have a great time. Dubs. All right. Last second plays. I wish we had some PLL squares up yet. I don't think we have them up yet. Unfortunately, I check before I say that, though. Yeah, they're not up yet, but they will be. We've been printed on those as well. Stay posted for PLL squares this weekend, chat. Any thoughts on Minnesota versus the White Sox? Prelip versus Martin.
Yeah, I'm not 100%. I don't know if from the time we started the show, it wasn't certain that Martin was pitching. I don't think he's pitching. I think it's supposed to be another guy they called up. I forget his name off the top of my head. But that makes that game at a pick'em just borderline unbettable. I don't really know what to do with it. You get Prelip, a lefty, against the White Sox lineup, who obviously you have Murakami in the heart of it, but you also have lefty hitters that he's going to be surrounded with. So, like, on paper, should be a spot for them to hit much, much better. But I don't want to die on the hill of David Sandlin. That's who it is coming up. Who I actually am semi-familiar with because I've seen him getting glazed in the feed. Great stuff. A couple people I saw on his strikeout ladders already today. But not a rabbit hole I want to climb in his debut.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm good on the debut as well. Okay. Any thoughts on... Wish we had NBA tonight. We've already kind of talked about the ice. If you had to play something on the ice, what would you play?
Probably the under, as square as it is. So I really don't. I think the Canes win. I don't want to lay minus 150 because doing that against the Habs again is a death wish. especially in a back to the ground spot. But I don't know. In my head, I do kind of think the Habs, regardless of how this game comes out, they started out early with a goal and try to sit on it like they always do. And the Canes just pelt them to death for the entirety of the game. Again, like every single game is gone. And I think the Habs will hold up for a little bit, maybe before the end of the game. It's like a 3-2 game, which I think it was also the score of last game in OT, but maybe in reg.
All right, chat. Wrapping up here. We will have a Yap starting up here soon. Any other games, plays, squares you want us to talk about? Now is the time. We do have a couple leftover minutes, which is rare. So if you want to drop any questions, any plays you want to talk about in the chat, now is the time. Okay. A Goots POD would be nice right about now.
I know what the Goots POD is. Gotta be Rocky's MO. Getting the fattest plus chick to fade.
I mean, yeah.
Dave.
I mean, yeah, but let me actually try and find something realistic here. Not that that's not realistic. That's unbelievably realistic.
You could get good in bed with an O.
I'm struggling. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, but how much have the books respected Davis Martin?
Not too much.
Yeah.
I guess.
As much as I love the guy and he's on my fans team and he's been nails, at some point I think a bad start is coming. Doesn't mean I think that's
I don't know if he's pitching. That's the problem.
Oh, he might not be pitching?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you were saying. That's right.
Yeah.
At some point it's coming. Today or tomorrow.
One of them.
I wouldn't hate the Twins.
Okay.
Also, the Cubs. Today's day.
Wow. They finally break it today, huh?
Yeah. Rav is having, as much as I love that Rav's getting the views and the PCA hate. Great job, Rav. Give me the Cubs.
Yeah. When they do break the streak, it will be a plus chicken. That's what I've noticed. Most streaks do get broken on the diamonds. Okay. It's not when they're that super sharp looking play that's almost too sharp that it's fake sharp, where they're a minus 130 favor when they shouldn't be. No. Although you'd think that's when it would break. No, it's not. That's when it's cake. The streaks break when they're plus chicken and nobody wants to even go near them. It doesn't even look sharp.
Yeah, no.
So you got that going for you, Goots. They're plus 105.
Let's check the splits here. Yeah,
there
no.
You got to get one before Skeens, too. Wouldn't that be funny if it was Skeens tomorrow?
It could be. I think you bet them today, Goots, and you bet them tomorrow if it loses, and you're hitting one of those two wagers.
Yeah, this ain't a 4-game sweep.
Yep.
Even though I guess
I like that game plan.
You'd probably win a lot less if it was today because they're barely plus check.
Goots, did you see the article about the Tyler O'Neill contract and how it's the worst contract in Orioles history since Chris Davis?
Yep. I knew that when we signed him.
Yep. Yeah, it was a tough one.
Yep. Our Orioles fans are calling for a DFA there. But that's a lot of money to eat.
It is a lot of money to eat. Wouldn't be a first time.
No, it wouldn't be. You're right.
You know?
It could. I doubt it comes, but if it did, it would be when Beavers gets activated off IL. So it's not going to happen in the immediate future. Beavers will be off soon, but it's been pretty rough.
Yeah, it has.
He's finally somewhat healthy, and he just can't hit. This was his time to prove it.
Yeah. He's not proven shit.
No.
Still not as big of a fleece though as Mr. Chris Davis. Nobody will ever.
It's hard to top that one.
Nobody will ever top Chris.
I wonder where he's at right now. He's living life.
Whatever he's doing, I'm sure he's in a nice place.
He's probably somewhere in Texas. He's probably in what's that spot that Charles Barkley always chirps?
Antonio.
Yeah, the beach. That's probably where he is.
Oh, Galveston?
Yeah, Galveston. He's probably chilling in Galveston.
It's a shit place to chill. Horrible place to chill.
It's gritty, though. That's what Chris Davis was.
Just.
I mean, SBR, Strasburg won a World Series, brother. So I'd say Chris Davis probably fleece more. SBR, you ever seen one of those? You ever seen a World Series? Been a while. Can't be chirping Strass. Come on now.
No, you know what SPR hasn't seen or has seen? Tiger Tail.
Wow. SBR, that tiger tail,
That's got to be the worst stadium food purchase.
worst
of all
ballpark food
time.
ever.
And you willingly got it.
It had to be done.
Did it though?
Yeah, it did.
They
had nothing else cool in that ballpark food wise.
I feel like they had a couple things.
They didn't. I looked.
That was really bad. Really, really bad.
Still not as bad as the Tigers blowing that game last night.
Yeah, that's valid. Vaughn Grissom grand slams in 2026.
Unbelievable. Big Cheesy was like a foot-long corn dog that had a bunch of shit on it. It was terrible. At the Tigers game we went to, terrible.
Yeah, I mean, any corn dog with literal cheese powder as a topping is horrible. Just
Orange mustard. They're dying. They're dying mustard to put that on the corn dog.
Unbelievable. I credit your stomach for getting through however much of that you had.
Yeah, I didn't get through much of it, to be honest. I think I took like 2 bites. But your buddies, I think, finished theirs, which is crazy.
Yeah, which I mean that was nuts.
Yep. Tigers Angels first 5 under is oxygen. I don't care how obvious it is. Neither team can hit splitter. We've got 2 splitter heavy pitchers on the mound today. Any qualms?
Only qualms is I got a lineup from Trent with Soriano fantasy score in it.
Damn.
I faded that.
Damn.
Not sure if he's ever hit a Soriano wager.
Yeah, I kind of like the Tigers, but I don't know if I want to get back to them. I'll be honest. I don't know if I want to go back. You didn't get the Little Caesars $10 slice? No, I did not. SBR didn't feel the need to try Little Caesars at that park. Okay. Child loves a low pitch. Sure. All right, chat. Any other games you want us to look at here real quick before we wrap it up and do a little squad ride poll? Now's the time. Last call. Fire those questions out. You get about 2 minutes.
9 p.m. Stick Storm is just.
I'm very excited for that game.
Late night game. Unbelievable.
Dead Larry Bird. I don't think I'm in on the Yanks. Minus 1.5, brother. Best I could do is Glaze Garrett call.
Yeah.
That's it.
I wonder just how much coin you're down. I still think they're going to win, but how much coin you'd be down if you took every favorite the next day after scoring, 15 runs?
Yeah.
Down odds.
Probably not the best time to back the Yanks after that splooge fest yesterday. Probably not.
Garrett Cole is going to give up some runs. Like, I kind of like the over if that was my way of leaning into what the Yanks are probably going to do to Cameron, because I do think Garrett Cole is going to give up some runs too. But there's you can't give me back just the Yanks.
Yep. All right, chat. No more cues. Not seeing any. We can get right to the fun stuff. Most important part of our day, crafting up a squad ride W. Goots, do me a favor if you're around, if you're local. Do me a favor. Run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. All right, chat. We got to hit a squad ride. The judges strike out? Because I'm seeing in chat, what is just?
No, dude. That game doesn't start for hours.
Games what?
Oh, I thought you said judge. Double.
There we go.
No outs. I swear to God, if this run doesn't score.
Did you take the 1 and 1.5 strikeouts?
I did.
Wow, what'd you pair with?
Junior.
Wow.
I know that's hitting tonight.
Well, I hope you didn't put too much on it.
You got a lot of ABs left, Krabs.
No strikeouts. All right, chat. We got to decide between this D-backs first 5 under and the full game under. They're both winners. We're also putting the sticks in here for sure. That's a winner. That's probably my most confident play.
2.5s now.
They're 2.5.
Yeah.
They are 2.5.
Come on, Garcia. Oh.
Trusting my gut there. Keep it in. We could put your Diamondbacks, Giants, first 5 under 4 in there.
I mean, we both have an under. I feel like that's more your territory to get the nod on that. I'll say.
Let's just put yours in because I want that play to hit, but nobody's going to vote for mine. So let's just put yours in.
Okay. Well, I was offering you that one because I'm out of the two unders, I am much more inclined on the Astros Rangers to lay meat there.
We forget sometimes. We could put all unders in here if we wanted.
We can. It's just my whole card.
Yep. Whole card. Well, 2 plays in the sticks. We're not putting that Rays Orioles over in that.
Oh, yeah, true.
That's for sure.
Too much fun.
Address Jeff Sunday calling y'all out for not streaming in hotel rooms. What'd he say? I didn't have time to watch. I was prepping for the show. What else?
Don't really have many other options. We really don't.
Let's run it. 3 plays, 3 winners, 5 minutes. 3 plays, 3 winners, maybe 4 minutes, Scoots. 3 plays, 3 winners, 4 minutes. Boom. Get those votes in, chat. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Get those votes in. Get them in. Come on. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Come on. Come on.
That's
Get your votes in, chat. Get them in, get them in, get them in, get them in, get them in. Come on.
On knees for Curtis Mead.
Lock those votes in, chat. Come on.
And cap. Hay at his neck.
3 plays, 3 winners, chat. Come on. Come on. The poll is up on Twitch. Okay, so if you're in the YouTube, now's the time to make your way over to the Twitch page and lock in your vote in the poll. Okay?
And give it a nice refresh if you don't see it pop up. I know that's been a problem for people lately.
Big Cheesy, when I did my lab work on craziest ballpark foods at all the ballparks, that's the one that came up for the Tigers, so I did it.
It's definitely the craziest.
The Mystics are the WNBA, Dead Larry Bird. They're the Washington Mystics. And they're winning tonight.
Mistakes. Surprised you didn't have Georgia Amore on the card after that.
I've been peeping her squares every game. She hasn't been getting the 3 ball down yet, though. She's only shooting 25% from 3 this year. She's only hitting 1 a game. That's not going to last. W. Pega getting involved with a resub here. W. Pegs. Appreciate you, boss.
Ever planning to come in a game, Seattle? I sneak love Seattle. I haven't been there for a Mariners game. We only went there for the All-Star game. Honestly, one of my favorite parks. Might be like top 2. I love that, and I love the little area outside in between both of those stadiums. Kind of sick.
Georgia Amore did get bumped up from 7.5 to 8 points.
Thank you, CJ.
Runs?
1.
Cool.
RBI double.
Nice.
We get another for Paul.
Nice.
Runs, and we're satisfied.
Get those votes in, chat. You got about 10 seconds left.
Yes, we will be betting college baseball for regionals. Trying to line up something for tomorrow for BTL. I think we are going to do BTL, or I'm going to do BTL, and have somebody on to also talk regionals. We can get some plays.
Cool. Love it. I mean, Nay, Ellie, Trinidad, this is almost episode 1,000 of BTL. The majority of the time when I'm on the road, I do stream.
Yeah, we really couldn't stream from that trip because we were going city to city in the middle of the day.
We had flights every day. Half the games were day games. I don't know what the hell you want us to do.
Yeah, we had a game that night. Then we would fly the next morning or afternoon to get to the next game. There was one off day in 5 days. What were we supposed to do? Stream on the plane?
Astros Rangers under 7.5 as the squad rides.
Let's go.
W under. Love a good under. Okay. Awesome. I believe the squad is back for the Yap. I think I heard some barking earlier. Probably Mr. Manny. Stick around for the Yap, guys. It starts up here in 1 minute. Okay, stick around for the Yap. Yap.
Huge.
Excited to see what they're locking in tonight.
And softball potentials.
SPR.
Dude, Southwest, not going to go on a tangent here, but I've learned after going on all the flights pretty much, Southwest Wi-Fi is probably pretty easily the worst one.
Yep.
For it.
Yeah.
For it.
That's why they were the first one to give it away for free.
Yep. That was bad. But hopefully we have softball tonight. We'll be goated. Not looking incredibly promising, but can only hope.
I still think we're going to play. I think at some point they're just going to put us out there.
It is also I was texting my mom, asking her because she's kind of down that area. Hasn't been raining as much down there as it has up here.
What's up? We're live still right now.
Not for long though.
Shout out Big
Go
Dave.
watch the app.
Drop some W Daves in the chat. All right. Well, drop those W Daves. Do me a favor, stick around for the Yap. We might have a softball stream tonight. Please let us play softball tonight, please. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow.